Hi everyone, my name is Jay. I make hotel review videos here in New York City, more specifically in the Times Square Midtown area. Overall, I think I probably stayed in around 35 plus hotels here in Manhattan. And today, I'm gonna give you my top 5 budget-friendly hotels here in New York City. The price range of which is around $150 to $300. If you're booking it, say in the low season from January to mid-March, the pricing is going to be around $150 to $250. And if you're booking it from April all the way to the holidays, it's going to be around the $200 to $350 range. And we're going to set the Marriott Marquis as our landmark. I believe the Marriott Marquis is the most central hotel in Times Square, New York City. We're also going to tackle the noise levels and the hidden fees such as resort and destination fees for each and every single hotel. I'm also going to show you 2 to 3 notable hotels that's also proximate to the location and within the range, but I didn't count that as my top 5. Stick around to the last part so you can see my favorite budget-friendly hotel here in Times Square, New York City. Also, comment down below and let me know what's your favorite. Let's get to it. Alright, so for number 5, we have the Paramount Hotel Times Square. Location-wise, this is 0.1 miles away from the Marriott Marquis, so you're basically in the heart of Times Square. Noise level, it's a little bit louder than usual because as you remember, it's an older hotel, so they don't have double or triple pane windows. Now the trick is over here, request for a high floor so that you will have a quieter room. Just FYI again, the room that I got over here is, or the room that I book is actually a regular room, but upon checking in, they gave me an ADA compliant room or a wheelchair accessible room. So the room that you saw in the video is actually an ADA compliant room. That's why it's a little bit bigger. It's sort of newly renovated too. So I know some people would say that the other rooms in that hotel would be in the older side. The one that I got is newly renovated. Although I think on the 9th floor, I can still hear the noise from downstairs, from the cabs and whatnot. The price range of which is going to be $180 to $300 per night. The resort fee is $40.16. That's for the Wi-Fi and the gym and everything else. I do suggest that you try to book directly. Sometimes they do have some offerings so that I think it's book direct and save it. You save like 10%. They have a restaurant here. It's called the Paramount Bar and Grill. I remembered having a drink there during my stay. I didn't get food, but it was available. I don't think it's more of like a sit-down restaurant because it was under construction or something. Maybe they opened it. So let me know if you stayed there recently. Comment down below if you have eaten there in the Paramount Bar and Grill. Because at the time I was there, they were renovating the restaurant. So they only had the bar open and some like bites like wings and whatnot. So the pros over here is that it is in a central location. It's great for theater goers because you literally have the Hamilton Theater in front of you, and they also have cool aesthetics. The cons over here, they do have smaller rooms. Some are dated, and some reviews that I've read that the service is inconsistent and the fees add up. So, you know, just take a note of what you're spending when you're there. So I would give this hotel a 6.5 out of 10 hotel rating. One shot tip here, request for a high floor room to reduce the noise levels that you can hear from downstairs. I would say from the 5th floor below, you can definitely hear the street noise. Again, even though the rooms are somewhat renovated, it's still an old building. So the windows, it's not double or triple paned. So you can definitely hear the noise outside from your window. So the 4th hotel here is the Pod Times Square in New York City. This is approximately 0.3 miles away from Times Square, and it's around 6 to 7 minutes walking from the Marriott Marquis. It's in Hell's Kitchen, so it's close to Restaurant Row, and it's also close to the Rio Plaza Hotel. The noise level inside the room is a little bit moderate. Yes, it's a new build, but when I got my room, I can actually hear the street noise from outside. Maybe because I was in the 12th floor, so it's not high enough, but it's not too much comparing it to the Paramount Hotel. The price range for this is $150 to $250 a night, depending again on the season. There is a resort fee here of $22.95. That's for the Wi-Fi and the gym access and everything else. So the vibe over here is a little bit more sleek and minimalist. They use a lot of space in the room. It's a smaller room. I remember that my bed has holes underneath it so that you can store your luggages and suitcases. So they make sure that you can utilize all the space in the room. Again, the room is very small, so don't expect like a large room when you're staying here at this property. So for downstairs, they don't have a full service restaurant. I remember before they had Serafina's. That's actually a great restaurant, but they closed it. So just expect that when you're checking in inside the hotel. They don't have a full service restaurant, but they have a bar. The good thing about that is you can actually bring food from outside and have drinks in the lobby area. So in the morning there, you have a grab and go breakfast. There's no restaurant, so don't expect like freshly cooked like eggs or something. It's just a grab and go. I guess the pros over here is they have a rooftop lounge with views. It's great for solo travelers and groups. But during my stay though, all the outdoor access is closed. They were fixing something on the 22nd floor. They don't want the debris falling at the rooftop. But if you stayed there recently and you saw that the rooftop or lounge access is open now, please comment that below so that our viewers can actually see if that's open. Because that gives a little bit more of a plus for the people that are booking that hotel, right? The cons over here is they have tiny rooms. I remember during my stay, I booked a room with a full-size bed. It was a little bit smaller than usual. I got a bigger room at the Yotel and also at the Paramount Hotel. There's no on-site dining, like what I said a while ago. The full-service restaurant or Serafina's is no longer there. So in the afternoon and at night, you only have the bar. And also in the morning, you will have grab-and-go breakfast. There's no like freshly cooked omelet or something. Just keep that in mind. I would give this hotel a 7 out of 10 hotel rating. So my one-shot tip here at the Pod Times Square in New York City, if you are staying longer, book a full pod or a queen pod, not the bunk beds, so at least you'll have a private bathroom. So at least you have that at your disposal. So the third hotel here is going to be the DoubleTree by Hilton, Times Square West. This is approximately 0.3 miles away from Times Square, and it's around a 6-minute walk to the Marriott Marquis. It's close to Port Authority, so it's a little bit less hectic. The noise here is a little bit moderate. The higher floors are quieter. I believe I got a floor, I would say floor 19, so I didn't hear a lot of street noise, and I also got a back-facing room. So in my window, I can actually see the Hudson Yards and the Freedom Tower. So there's no avenue or street downstairs from my window. So the price range over here is $180 to $350 a night, depending on the season. There is no resort fee here in this hotel, so this is great news for everyone. If you are a Hilton Rewards member, they will give you free cookies upon check-in, or free cookies in the lobby area. So you can just grab that. It's actually pretty cool. So the vibe over here is very good. I remembered enjoying my stay there. The room itself is a little bit small. It's similar to the Paramount Hotel. So in the lobby area, you have Good Times Restaurant. They serve American food. It's like a bar and restaurant at night. That's where the breakfast buffet will be also in the morning. I remember enjoying my breakfast there because it's actually reasonable. It's only $32.21, tax inclusive. And that's for the breakfast buffet there at that hotel. It's very good. So the pros over there is it's good for families. They have a gym, they have a bar, and they also have an affordable breakfast in the morning. I would compare the price range here for the breakfast that I have at the Sheraton or even the Knickerbocker Hotel. The breakfast there per person is around $55 to $65 per person. So that's a lot of money. At least over here, it's $32.21, tax inclusive, and that's a breakfast buffet. It's a full American breakfast. The cons over here, there's a long wait time in the elevator during peak hours. I was waiting for a long time when I was going up to my room at night. I think it was around 6:30 p.m. But it's okay. It does work. You just have to wait a little bit, but that's the only con over there. And the rooms also, they're a little bit smaller, so just expect that. So my one-shot tip here, join Hilton Honors for discounts. Sometimes I get emails 10 to 15% off your stay, so you can capitalize on that so that you can save during your stay. Also, request a corner room and the high floor. So whichever corner you are, you actually have a great view of, let's say, the Freedom Tower or the Times Square area. So that's my one-shot tip. Join Hilton Honors and also request for a corner room and the high floor upon checking in. Alright, so we're now in number 2, the Yotel Times Square in New York City. I guess this is my second favorite budget hotel in New York City. This is approximately 0.4 miles away from Times Square. It's around 8 minutes walking to the Marriott Marquis. This is also in Hell's Kitchen. It's near the Javits Center and the New York City Ferry. Noise level here is low. I don't remember hearing a lot of street noise during my stay. There's solid soundproofing. I believe this is a new built or a newer built, so you would have double pane windows there. And I remember I had a view of the Empire State Building in my room. That was pretty good. There is a rooftop bar though on, I think, the 7th floor. So in the weekends, you would possibly hear a little bit of noise coming in from that, like with the bass and the sound system. So the price range here is $160 to $280 a night, depending on the season. That's for a standard room. They also have a $45.33 resort fee that will be charged to you daily. And I don't know if this still works. There's a promo code 4th free. If you stay 4 nights, the 4th night would be free. There may be restrictions and I'm not sure if it's still available, but go ahead and use it. Why not, right? Type it in there, promo code 4th free, and get the 4th night for free. The vibe over there is a little bit more futuristic. They have a Yobot. I remember that guy. It's very nice to see. It's a luggage storage. It's a robot, basically grabs your luggage and put it in there. And they also have retractable beds. It saves space, which is great. This is the first time I saw this in New York City. The bed actually retracts backwards, so you would have a sort of a living area or living space, or it widens your living space. So eats, you have social drink and food downstairs in the 7th floor. That's the rooftop lounge also. The breakfast over there is reasonable as well. It's $22 plus tax. It's kind of similar to the breakfast situation at the DoubleTree Times Square West. I went in, actually checked the food. I didn't eat, but I was allowed to just take a video of the food there. But it was all good. It's $22 plus tax. Again, that's a fairly reasonable rate for a hotel buffet breakfast. It's a full American breakfast too. For the Yotel, the pros. They have cool tech. You have the Yobot. You can store your luggage. They have a nice rooftop bar. It's very spacious. It's really big. It's possibly as big as a 230th and 5th rooftop bar. And they have space-efficient rooms or cabins. Like what I had, I showed you how you retract the bed. It creates more space for your living area inside your hotel room. So the cons over here, they have small rooms. However, they make retractable beds, so it gives, again, the living space area. They said here in some reviews, hit or miss service. I think that's just for the restaurant and bar though. During my stay, I didn't feel that, so the service was okay. It was great. It's not the best, but it was okay. Now, I would give this hotel a 7.5 out of 10 hotel rating. One shot tip here, use the Yobot for luggage to free up your day. Let's say you have a late night flight, you can utilize that luggage storage up until maybe 7 p.m. if you have a midnight flight, right? Go around the city, grab your suitcase at 7 p.m. and then go to the airport. At least you'll have one extra free day in New York City. Before I go to the number 1 or my favorite budget hotel here in Times Square in New York City, I'd like to mention 2 hotels or 2 notable hotels that I didn't include, but it's within the price range. Number 1 is going to be the New Yorker Hotel. It's 0.4 miles away from Times Square, 8-minute walk. It's close to New York Penn Station. A lot of history there. Nikola Tesla actually stayed or lived there for a while. Moderate noise. It's a little bit older of a building, so they don't have double pane windows, so you really need to get a high floor because it's one pane, so you can hear the cabs outside your window. The budget there is $180 to $320 a night, depending on the season. There is a facility or resort fee there of $35 plus tax and will charge to you daily. They have a historic vibe there with a 24-hour diner. It's called TikTok Diner. It's great for families. My one-shot tip there, pick a river view. It's facing the back of the hotel. It's facing the Hudson River, so there's not a lot of street noise. The second hotel will be the Moto by Hilton, Times Square in New York City. It's 0.3 miles away from Times Square. It's a 6-minute walk to the Marriott Marquis. It's very central. It's slightly off the main drag. It has moderate noise. The higher floors are quieter. I would say though that during my stay there, I think I got a room on the 12th floor or something. I have to double check. But I didn't hear a lot of street noise in my room. The only cons over there is that the hotel rooms are very small. The price range of which is $190 to $340 a night, depending on the season again. And the great thing about this property is that there's no resort fee. This is a trend maybe with the Hilton hotels, I would say, in the Times Square area. The Moto by Hilton and the DoubleTree Times Square West, they don't have resort fees. Not sure if it's a Hilton thing, but at least that's good for us travelers, right? They also have a trendy bar on the first floor, and they have a nice fitness center on the basement. It's good for couples or business travelers. My one-shot tip here is check Hilton promos for discounts, similar to the DoubleTree Times Square West. You get emails 10 to 15% off your stay if you book like a certain amount of nights. Those are the two notable hotels that I would like to discuss with you guys. It's the Moto by Hilton Times Square West and the New Yorker Hotel. I didn't include the New Yorker Hotel because I don't consider it as the part of Times Square, and I didn't include Moto by Hilton Times Square because sometimes their rates are crazy. Their rates are sometimes $600 a night for like that tiny room. So I won't include that. That's not a budget hotel for me. Alright, so we've come here now to my favorite budget-friendly hotel here in Times Square, New York City. This is the Hotel Edison in Times Square. It's 0.1 miles away from Times Square. It's a 2-minute walk from the Marriott Marquis. It's literally right across from the Marriott Marquis. So when you're staying at the Hotel Edison, right in front of you is the hotel. It's in the theater district. It's right in front, actually, of the Hamilton Theater. The noise level there is a little bit moderate. I do suggest getting a high floor. All the rooms there are signature rooms now, meaning they're all semi or somewhat renovated. In the website, I didn't see any older rooms, so that's good news. Yes, you would see a couple of wear and tear here and there, but it's an older building with newly renovated rooms. The price range of which is $170 to $280 a night, depending on the season. There is a resort fee here of $45.90 that will be charged to you daily. The vibe is a historic charm. They're very spacious rooms. Amongst every hotel that I've stayed at, budget friendly, this is the biggest room that you can get. This is great for families. So the eats there at the Hotel Edison, you will have the Rum House, that's the bar. You would have Bond 45, and lastly, you will have Friedman's. Friedman's is also where your breakfast will be located in the morning. I remember enjoying my stay there and enjoying the breakfast there because they give you a voucher. It's only $6.50 plus tax per person if you're checked in. I'll show you the French toast right now and the orange juice that I got. I really enjoyed that breakfast, and for the price, that is superb. I really enjoyed that and will definitely go back again. The pros is it's in an unbeatable location. There are 3 restaurants and they have great value. And once again, I would like to reiterate this. Amongst all the budget hotels that I discussed today, that's the hotel room that's the biggest. So it's perfect for couples or for families or for groups. If you get the 2 beds, you have a lot of space. So the cons over here, they have some dated rooms. The noise level may be high in the lower floors, and they said in some reviews here they have hidden fees. There's no hidden fee for me because we know that there is a resort or facility fee or destination fee already of $45.90. At least we all know this now, so there's no hidden fees, right? I would give this hotel an 8 out of 10 hotel rating. So my one-shot tip here, book a signature room on a high floor, and also check their website. Sometimes they have great deals there, and they also have like book direct and save. Usually a book direct and save in a hotel website would be 10 to 15% off, and there's also some good deals there. Sometimes I saw 2-3 days ago that they had if you stay 3 nights, like your breakfast is complimentary or something like that. Alright, so we have a table here, Paramount Hotel, 0.1 miles away, $180 to $300 Noise level is high, 6.5 out of 10. The Pod Times Square, zero point 0.3 miles away, $150 to $250 a night. The noise level is low, it's 7 out of 10. The DoubleTree Times Square West, it's 0.3 miles away, $200 to $350. Moderate noise level, 7.5 out of 10. The Yotel, 0.4 miles away, $160 to $280. The noise level is low, 7.5 out of 10. My favorite is Hotel Edison, 0.1 miles away, $170 to $280 a night. Moderate noise level, 8 out of 10. My pick here will be Hotel Edison. It's in the prime spot, great price, worth the noise, I would say. Alright, so that's my 2025 to 2026 recap of the top 5 budget-friendly hotels here in New York City. Which one is your favorite? Mine was Hotel Edison. The full review of all the hotels that I discussed today will be in the description below or the comments. If you're deciding to stay at that property, you can click that and watch the full review. It'll probably help you in that last step in the decision making before making that reservation. So how about you? What's the worst hotel fee that you've faced in the past? Let me know in the comments down below. If you do like that video, please click the like and subscribe button for more New York City hotel tips. Catch you next time.